Here are the three biggest mistakes I see women in midlife health making when it comes to their health. I see it all the time as a women's health coach. Maybe you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and you're working harder than ever to feel good in the skin you're in and to work on your health, but you are completely stuck. And I know what that feeling is because that's truly been my journey. And I want to talk about the common mistakes I see because these are the things I had to identify in my own journey and shift out of in order to really get to a place of creating long-term sustainable change. The first is fitness. We think that we can out-exercise the hormonal shifts that are happening with our physiology, and we aren't aware of how our hormones are changing, what that means for our energy, our mood, how we should be moving, and so much more. We don't follow a strategy. We don't have progressive overload as a part of our programming, and we're not focused enough on the right kind of movement at the right time. And because of that, it can start to backfire against our progress. And that is the first big mistake. The second is nutrition, thinking that what served us in our 20s or maybe some diet we did 20 years ago will serve us and be the thing that actually creates results is not the way in midlife health. We have to be really focused on strategic, intentional fueling and nutrition strategies that focus on a wide variety of macros and micros and that actually will serve us as we get into longevity health. How do we address building muscle with intention, protecting bone health with intention, and so much more? The third is stress and sleep and recovery. We don't prioritize it enough. And when you're not prioritizing that, it can become something that backfires as well. Stress management and actually resting and getting ourselves into recovery mode is when our body is able to rebuild and get to a place of actually repairing itself, healing, and so much more. I want you to know that midlife health requires a totally different strategy. And when you start working with your physiology instead of against it, everything starts to change. This is exactly what I'll be teaching next week in my free event on Wednesday, September 10th. If you'd like the information, drop midlife below and I'll send you the details. It's at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'll be sharing all about these things and so much more related to midlife health. But above all, I want you to remember you are not alone. And there are ways to continue to work towards your goals with support and with an intentional plan that will serve you for the long haul.